students, to the 12th week of management concept. This week we will be learning motivating employees. The last week was dedicated to the studies of the leadership. In leadership, you have seen the concept and the meaning, and also importance, types of leaders, and also the different theories of leaders. The motivating of employees is a very important aspect, very important thing for the business organization. Well, students, in this week, the syllabus is here. We will go through the meaning and concept, types of motivation. We will have a look at the early theories of motivation. We will see the Husband's two factor theory, need achievement theory, theory X and Y, Maslow's need theory, and we will also look at the issues in modern workplace regarding motivation of the employees. In this week, the main objectives are to make you understand the meaning and concept of motivation at length. We will describe the types and process of motivation, that is the work of motives. Another objective is to discuss the theories of motivation, and finally we will study the issues in modern workplace regarding motivation of the employees. After attending sessions of this week, you are expected to understand a number of things. You will surely be able to understand and explain the concept of motivation along with its process. You will be able to describe the significance of motivation in present day organization. You will be able to understand theories of motivation. We will also make some comparisons of the theories, and you will understand and explain the job enrichment and its limitations in work motivation, and you will see how to classify different types of motivators, that is the positive and negative, extrinsic and intrinsic, and financial and non-financial. We will finally make a comprehensive review, and you will be able to understand the importance of financial and non-financial incentives in this way. Yes, friends, just to begin with, let us see what is motivation. At the beginning, I want to tell you one thing, that is the existence. Existence alone is not success, it's a lot more. I want to tell you here that the success results from inspiration, aspiration, desperation, and perspiration. The motivation is the factor that direct and energizes the behavior of humans and other organisms. What motivates you to perform different behaviors, such as, for example, at your home? Let's just begin with cleaning your room, doing homework, being friendly. Just think of it. What motivates you to perform these tasks at home? Isn't it motivation? It is motivation, students. Motivation, students, is like food for the brain. It needs continual and regular top up. Try to understand. I mean, it is something which needs regular top up, filling up. And it is a process which begins with the physiological or psychological need or deficiency, which triggers behavior or it drive that is aimed at goal or an incentive. Motivation is one of the key ingredients in employee performance, and productivity also is having a lot of role of motivation. Individuals may not get the job done without sufficient motivation, though they are provided with right objectives, supportive work environment, and the right skills also. Motivation is the latest challenge that is faced by the employers, and these challenges have become due to restructuring of organization, reengineering, globalization, and of course, information technology. Motivation word is derived from the Latin word that which is the mover, which means to move, and it is the motive, an inner state of mind that energizes, activates, or moves and directs behaviors towards the goal. Motivation, students, refers to the forces within a person. It refers to the forces within a person that affects his or her direction, intensity, and or what you call persistence of voluntary behavior. According to Dalton E. McFarland, motivation refers to the way in which urges, drives, desires, aspirations, strivings, or needs influence the choice of alternatives in the behavior of human beings. Another definition given by Stephen P. Robbins says that motivation refers as an unsatisfied need which creates a state of tension or disequilibrium, causing the individual to move in a goal directed pattern towards restoring a state of equilibrium by satisfying the need. This is another important definition by Robbins, who says that motivation is basically a kind of act to deal with the unsatisfied need, whereby some kind of equilibrium is maintained in the organization. Another definition of motivation has been given by Dwight D. Eisenhower. He says, motivation is getting people to do what you want them to do because they want to do it. Motivation is, in other words, is the willingness to exert high levels of efforts towards organizational goals. And these goals are conditioned by the efforts, ability to satisfy some individual needs in the organization. In this way, we can say that motivation is the process by which a person's efforts are energized, directed, or you can say his efforts are sustained towards attaining a goal. Which goal? The goal of the organization. There are three things that need our focus here, that need our attention here. Number one, about the motivation is the energy. Energy is a measure of intensity or drive. Second thing is the direction. Direction means direction towards organizational goals. And third important thing, that is the persistence dimension. Persistence dimension means prolong and sustain. Fourth effort to achieve those goals. One thing has very clearly come out of this, that the motivation is the process by which a person's efforts are energized, directed, and sustained towards attaining the goals of the organization. And students, motivation works best when individual needs are compatible with organizational goals. This is something very important part about the motivation, which tells us that this is the basic idea about the philosophy of motivation in organization. I will tell you in the coming sessions how important the process of motivation is, what are the different types of motivation, and many other things we'll be looking at after we finish this conceptual part. Now, students, something came to my mind. That is, just when we look at an organization, we find that there is a problem. Problem means that the employees are not motivated. You can see in this picture, 5 employees are there. One is seen as head down, 4 are listening to the boss. What does it indicate? That all the employees are not fully motivated, fully charged. What happens when the employees are not fully motivated? I want to tell you that there will be a lot of difficulties in the organization if the employees will not be motivated properly. There will be breakover, there will be ineffectiveness, there will be inefficiency, there will be less productivity, there will be organization will not be able to achieve the goals. It means the motivation of employees is very important, and all efforts should be done to keep their level up, keep them fully charged so that they act as per the need of time. It is the job of the managers, students, who have to figure out how to increase employee motivation. But how? How? This is a very important point to think over. I will tell you now different ways and means through which the employees may be motivated in order to contribute to the growth of organization. The growth and development of the organization, students, depends to a very large extent on the motivation. Motivation, that's why, is very important activity. Managers can try through motivation to bring some excitement in the workers so that they are able to perform the task assigned to them in systematic way. So students, now we have become clear about one thing, that is what is motivation. We have seen motivation is a way to get things done as per our expectations. It is a way to achieve the goals of organizations achieved. It can be done very easily. In these pictures, you can see different kind of things are there. Pictures are speaking on their own how the process of motivation and demotivation is going on, how the process is being done or adopted to bring a charm, to bring a smile on the faces of the employees. It hardly matters if one certificate is given to an employee as employee of the month. It's just like when we go to the restaurants, we find some board is outside the restaurant. Today's best. They show there that dish which is best at their end that particular day. What is harm if the employees are also not encouraged? So that way, the restaurant is inviting people to come. In case of the motivation, employees are to be motivated, are to be encouraged to give them their wholehearted cooperation. I have already mentioned in my discussions earlier in other functions of management that the conflict and cooperation are very close to each other. Sometimes they go hand in hand, and there is a very thin line of difference between the conflict and cooperation. Here, students, if we look at the other side, where people are not motivated properly or they are demotivated, you will find that they will leave the organization. Resignation will become a common kind of practice by such employees if they are not having any kind of motivation to work.